Alright guys, Nintendo finally came out and announced the official title for the sequel to The Legend of Zelda, previously known as Breath of the Wild. The game is now called, is it Tears as in crying or Tears as in rip? I'm not sure, but in any case, probably Tears of the Kingdom, and that the game is now scheduled to be released May 12 next year for the Nintendo Switch only. Check it out.
Alright everyone, be on alert!
Atlus just announced that pre-orders are pretty much live for Persona 5 Royal, and those pre-ordering will get to choose between a ton of items and downloadable content if choose to. Now this is, for those of you wondering, a pretty much tuned up version of the original Persona 5. It allows the player to take more turns mid-fights. It has a fully optimized gameplay mechanic for the Nintendo Switch console, and with all previously released DLCs as well. Check it out, this one's releasing October 21st. At number 3, technically following years of rumors, Nintendo finally confirmed that Pikmin 4 underwent a full development plan and releasing by the end of 2023. This is in fact almost a decade since the last game. The game's gonna be slightly different, where this time around you will be much closer to the ground. Check it out.
Does anyone mind if I cut in? Wouldn't want to step on anyone's toes.
She's stylish, she's deadly, she's Bayonetta.
Next up it is Bayonetta 3. The game is now releasing October 28 this year for the Nintendo Switch only. According to Nintendo Live, the game is packing more demons and more mayhem than before, meaning the game's even more action-oriented. The combat has been even more simplified and better in every way compared to its predecessors. It'll run at 60 frames per second, and just so you know, this time around you get to control demons as well. Check it out.
Will attack without warning. Time for Bayonetta to do what she does best. Use these buttons to execute punches, kicks, and fire Bayonetta's guns. Pull off multiple attacks using different button combinations, or by pressing them repeatedly. Even new players can perform hair-raising combos with ease. Of course, there's more to Bayonetta than just attacking. Dodge incoming attacks at just the right moment to activate Witch Time, slowing down time for a brief moment. Seize this opportunity to dish out some serious damage. The effects of Witch Time last longer if you dodge at the last possible moment. So study your enemies.
Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you were starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
Now, if you are a Nintendo Switch owner, I would say there's a really good chance that you've already heard Hogwarts Legacy is on its way to the hybrid console as well. In that case, you might want to know Warner Bros. Actually scheduled the game for a global release across all consoles for February 10, 2023. The pre-orders are also live right now. This is an open-world action RPG in the same style of the old Rockstar games, Bully, except you're the one that gets bullied this time around. Check it out in case you missed it.
Confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Moving on, we have Octopath Traveler 2. Actually, Square Enix and Acquire developers did come out with the announcement of the sequel to the original Octopath Traveler, and said the new game will feature a pretty new world, new characters in the same HD 2D style with new battle mechanics and a lot more. I don't suppose there's much to talk about with this one except the trailer, which speaks for itself. We waited for this one to happen for a long time, so just keep it in mind. Game's releasing February 24 next year.
Not again. Not this stench. The stench of blood.
Doubt is what I do.
Leave the hunting to me. You'll have all the tasty meat you want. I need to rediscover who I am.
Explore a wide world set in a bustling era. Welcome to the city of perpetual rain. Many cases remain unsolved in this corporate-controlled metropolis.
At number 7, and this is from the same old lead folks behind the old Danganronpa game. Guys, we have a brand new IP from the same developers in collaboration with Spike Chunsoft, something called Master Detective Archives Raincoats. Well, this was formerly named even Enigma Archives Raincoats, but in any case, it is touted as a dark fantasy mystery adventure and looking tad like Persona games. Games set to be coming out early to mid next year.
Each crime scene to gather clues and evidence. When you're ready, Shinigami will conjure a realm tying the crime scene to the truth. A mystery labyrinth. Overcome obstacles and manifestations of mysteries to edge closer to the actual events. However, mystery phantoms will attempt to hinder your progress during each case. Avoid their barrage of falsehoods and slash through contradictions. Uncover the secrets of Master Detective Archives.
聖者の世界ではあるけれど、私たちにとっては死の世界ってことになるみたい。
Not too long ago, I would say, Square Enix came out and announced that Kingdom Hearts 4 is now going through a full development plan and finally debuted a gameplay trailer for it too, which was technically the most visually advanced Kingdom Hearts trailer ever. This is, however, just a reminder, to be frank. No additional details were given, and a release date for the game is set to be coming our way by the end of this year. Check it out, this was actually captured on Unreal Engine 5.
Come and get it! Hey!
At number 9, well, once again, we've got Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion with a new trailer here. This game actually originally hit the PSP console back in 2007, in case you're new to. This is a remastered version of that and will now run in 120 FPS with updated 3D models, new voiceovers, and new music arrangements as well. Check it out. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion is coming on literally all platforms December 13th this year. Now, Koei Tecmo and Gust, on the other hand, finally came out with a new trailer for Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key, technically introducing just the new characters, well, the new and the old ones. Apparently, the story in Ryza 3 now takes a pretty deep dive into the history of alchemy and whatnot, and with a tad difference in core gameplay. So check it out, game's releasing February 24 as well.
鍵が反応した？この先に何が？僕たちの出番だね。この調子で探索していこう。久々の本格的な冒険ってわけだ。さて、忙しくなるぞ。たくさん学ばせてもらいます。待て、よそ者。どこに行く気だ？旅は賑やかな方が良いではないか。
Android squad called Yorha. The humans are prepared to stand against these machine lifeform invaders.
Now guys, at number 11, we have our critically acclaimed Nier Automata coming over to the hybrid console as the End of Yorha edition. Technically the Switch edition where you play as characters like 2B, Double D's, whatever, and to accompany the update we've got a new trailer too, and a release date of October 6th this year. Check it out. Nier, for those of you new, is a 2016 released semi-open world action RPG hack and slasher with a heavy focus on story.
This version of the award-winning Nier Automata comes with previously released content, including additional modes and costumes. New costumes exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version will also be available at launch.
誰も覚えていないことは存在しないことになるのだろうか。
At 12, we have us a little bit of a fatal frame action coming over to the West, finally, going by Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. This is a survival horror game by Koei Tecmo that was first released in 2008 for the Nintendo Wii as a Japanese exclusive IP and now fully optimized voiceover in English and on its way to the hybrid console January to March next year. Take a look. Sonic Frontiers also got itself a new trailer through the Tokyo Game Show, and the game is now planned to launch November 8th this year. This is going to be coming over to pretty much all consoles, not just Switch and PCs as well. Sega then said that Sonic Frontiers will have the most amount of content in a game the series has ever seen within an open world. Check it out. The music was also composed by the old team behind Sonic games in collaboration with a new one.
Remaster of Tales of Symphonia is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Bandai Namco just debuted the first gameplay footage of its newly announced Tales of Symphony Remastered, which is technically speaking one of the oldest and best entries in the long-running Japanese role-playing games on the Nintendo Switch. This game is now utilizing extended graphics, frame rates, some added in-game abilities to make it even more efficient, and some more stuff. Check it out. Game's set to be coming out for all consoles sometime next year.
Zellos. And a lumberjack who lost her emotions after an experiment, Presea. Other allies will also join the party. The fate of two interconnected worlds hangs in the balance.
Infinity's trash, Dragon Quest The Adventures of Dai, then at number 15, we know now will launch for every single platform, not just Switch, globally early next year. That will be highly likely to happen around March. Square Enix just came out and promised to release some actual finished gameplay footage of it later today around 7 PM through a live stream, and I'm assuming we're gonna have a release date for it too by the end of it. So just keep it in mind.
行かなきゃ。誰かが僕を呼んでいる。そうだ。俺はダイだ。火炎大地だ。燃え尽きろ。回復ね。今日は首っちょ。皆殺しにしてやる。会いに来てくれる。決めてやるぜ。これでとどめよ。最後にしよう。死んでも負けるわけにはいかん。このクソガキがたまる。お前を倒す。ギガブレイク。ダイ。先生の技がどれだけすごいか。ぶちかわせたい。終わりだ。ライン。オーバーストラッシュ。It was just over a year ago when they first arrived. We'd have never believed that we were being watched.
Darker Skies, on the other hand, is actually a survival horror game. This is set after some world war. Frankly, it is described as taking place after War of the Worlds, the movie? I don't know. But where you play as a survivor trying to rebuild civilization from the ground up or something. Take a look. There's not much to talk about with this one except this game is coming to pretty much all consoles later this year. Moving on, we've got Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, the sequel to 2017's Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This game has a release date of October 20th this year now. Ubisoft then also just came out with a new lengthy trailer, keep up the hype, and said that this game will even have a DLC to download, probably for free, I'm not really sure about that one yet, that will feature Rayman as well. Check it out. In case you missed it, this is a tactical turn-based role-playing game. And last but not least, finally, we're about to have hands on the one and only award-winning game, It Takes Two, which is an exclusive co-op play action-adventure. The game is now set to be released for the hybrid console into both editions. The digital one will take you down 10 gigabytes of space, finally releasing November 4. Check it out in case you missed it.